Good evening. My name is Dr. Mohammed Al-Masri. I'm a professor at the University of Waterloo in Ontario, Canada. And I'm Egyptian born. I came to this country 42 years ago. And I was chairing a conference in Cairo. And I was in Cairo from January 25th to February 3rd. And I did witness the pro-democracy revolution in Cairo. My hotel was located overlooking the square, Tahrir Square, Liberation Square, and also overlooking Qasr al-Nil bridge, which leads to the square. On Tuesday, February 1st, I was among 2 million people in Liberation Square. I'm talking to you today to give you an eyewitness account and also to share with you a few thoughts about the future. First, we must understand that we use the word pro-democracy revolution, not uprising or riots or troublemakers. The second, also not to believe the scare tactics of the government of Egypt of saying there is behind the scenes support from Iran, Hamas, Hezbollah, etc., because this is not true. The pro-democracy movement actually started over 2 years ago in April 2008 by a group of university students in their 20s. They got together and they created a Facebook group, and since then they have been in command. Today, Sunday, there is another 2 million people in Tahrir Square. When I went to join them on February 1st, I was very happy to see among them a good cross-section of people, men and women, Christians and Muslims, and also young people, even babies just being born, and families and youth and elders, people handicapped, and it was just a beautiful scene. It was a very peaceful. They chanted calls to get rid of Mubarak, the dictator, and also they had other demands that must be fulfilled after he leaves. I think he should leave office, the sooner the better, and also leave the country. Maybe he checked into the German hospital that he had an operation about 10 months ago. And this could be done very quickly with the help of the German government. But also his family and his strong men should be charged in a court of law because of crimes against the Egyptian people for the last 30 years. And this is, justice has to be fulfilled. The sooner, the better. I think Victory Day, it will be marked when he leaves Egypt. The 25th of January, it will be the revolution of the pro-democracy people of Egypt. We must support them, not NGOs, governments, and media. The Western media is not doing a good job in terms of counting on that this, they call it uprising, will be diffused. The sooner the better, of course. They use the scare tactics that the new government and new regime of Egypt, it will make trouble in peace in the Middle East, and there will be a chaos. And this is not true. I really trust the political maturity of the young people. I was very surprised and also very happy to see them in the streets expressing themselves. And the scene was beautiful. When I was there, I was offered water, sandwiches. They took care of each other. And today, Sunday, they also offer blankets because it gets very cold at night, relatively speaking, in the street of Cairo, for those who will stay overnight. Also today, with a Christian mass that been held. Also, last Friday was a Friday prayer was held, and I think national unity is very important. The news that there is some negotiation between some leadership and the Vice President Omar Suleiman should be taken by very cautious, because dictatorship can also use the principle of divide and conquer. So I hope this does not pursue the youth to leave Tahrir Square until they fulfill completely their demands. We wish them very well, and there is 4 steps to help them. The first one is to know the facts and not to rely heavily on the government TV in Egypt, or even the Western media. Sometimes they are very biased. They should really look into getting information from activist groups. I have a Facebook page, and also I'm an editor of a progressive online magazine called The Canadian Charger. So you can check thecanadiancharger.com. The second is to act in your sphere of influence. The third is to communicate. Communication is very important, disseminating facts. And the fourth one is to pray, and don't underestimate the power of prayer for these people to succeed, to get rid of this 30-year-old dictatorship that they really did much harm to Egyptian civil liberties, public education, health care, and we hope that the future of Egypt, this country which is 7,000 years old, is much better than the last 30 years. Thank you very much for your attention, and we'll see you on Victory Day.